Hello, dear listener, and welcome to another moment of reflection and inspiration. Today, we're diving into a profound topic that resonates deeply with many of us: how God's light transforms us in three fascinating ways. Inspired by the timeless words of C.S. Lewis and the eternal truth of the Bible, we'll explore how stepping into God's light can reveal who we truly are, bring about incredible transformation, and instill in us the courage to embrace His divine plans. So, settle in, take a deep breath, and allow your heart and mind to open to the beauty and truth of God's transformative light. God's light, the ultimate source of truth and transformation. In his works, C.S. Lewis often portrayed God as the ultimate source of light and truth. He depicted a God who doesn't merely illuminate our path but lovingly shapes us into something extraordinary. This idea echoes the Bible's declaration, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness but will have the light of life," John 8 verse 12. This divine light serves as a guide, a purifier, and a life-giver. But how exactly does this light transform us? Let's journey through three profound ways God's light works in our lives. 1. God's light reveals the truth about ourselves. Imagine stepping into a room where sunlight suddenly streams through the windows. The brightness doesn't just warm the room, it also highlights every detail: the dust on the shelves, the forgotten cobwebs, and even the vibrant colors of the decor. Similarly, when we draw closer to God, His light reveals the hidden corners of our souls. C.S. Lewis insightfully wrote in Mere Christianity, "When a man is getting better, he understands more and more clearly the evil that is still left in him. When a man is getting worse, he understands his own badness less and less." This thought-provoking statement underscores a fundamental truth: the closer we come to God, the more we understand both our strengths and our flaws. His light doesn't just comfort us, it confronts us. It exposes the pride we've ignored, the fears we've hidden, and the wounds we've yet to heal. This process, though uncomfortable, is vital for our growth. The Bible reinforces this in Psalm 139, where David pleads, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." David understood that inviting God's light into his life meant being vulnerable and open to change. God's light not only shows us who we are but also who we are meant to become. This revelation is the first step toward transformation, paving the way for a deeper relationship with Him. 2. Transformation through God's presence. Once the truth about ourselves is revealed, God doesn't leave us in our broken state. His light is not merely diagnostic, it is transformative. It's as if God looks at us and says, "I see who you are, but I also see who you can be." C.S. Lewis used a beautiful metaphor in Mere Christianity to illustrate this transformation. Imagine yourself as a living house. God comes in to rebuild that house. At first, perhaps, you can understand what He is doing. He is getting the drains right and stopping the leaks in the roof and so on. You knew that those jobs needed doing, and so you are not surprised. But presently, He starts knocking the house about in a way that hurts abominably and does not seem to make sense. The explanation is that He is building quite a different house from the one you thought of, throwing out a new wing here, putting on an extra floor there, running up towers, making courtyards. You thought you were being made into a decent little cottage, but He is building a palace. He intends to come and live in it Himself. This metaphor is a vivid reminder that God's transformation is not always comfortable. The process may involve tearing down walls, addressing deep-seated issues, and reshaping our hearts and minds. But the end result is something far greater than we could ever imagine: a palace fit for the King of Kings. The Bible affirms this in 1 John 1 verses 5 to 7. God is light, in him there is no darkness at all. If we claim to have fellowship with him and yet walk in the darkness, we lie and do not live out the truth. But if we walk in the light, as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Jesus, his Son, purifies us from all sin. Walking in God's light means allowing him to refine us. It means trusting his vision even when the process is painful or unclear. It's about letting go of our limited plans and embracing his grand design for our lives. 3. The courage to embrace God's light. Finally, stepping into God's light requires courage. It's not easy to face the truth about ourselves or to surrender to the transformative process. Yet, it is in this surrender that we find true freedom and joy. C.S. Lewis described this surrender beautifully in The Weight of Glory. To be loved by God, not merely pitied but delighted in as an artist delights in his work or a father in a son, it seems impossible, a weight or burden of glory which our thoughts can hardly sustain. But so it is. To be loved by God in this way is both humbling and empowering. It gives us the strength to face our fears, to let go of what holds us back, and to step into the life he has prepared for us. This love assures us that we are not alone in our journey. Even when the path is difficult, his light guides us, his love sustains us, and his plans give us hope. Embracing God's transformative light. Dear friends, the journey of transformation through God's light is one of the most profound experiences we can have. It begins with revelation, seeing ourselves as we truly are. It continues with purification, allowing God to reshape us into something extraordinary. And it culminates in courage, stepping boldly into the life he has planned for us. C.S. Lewis, with his deep insights and vivid imagery, reminds us that this journey, though challenging, is worth every step. The God who is light calls us to walk in his truth, to embrace his transformation, and to trust his plans for our lives. So, as you reflect on these truths today, I encourage you to open your heart to God's light. Let it reveal, purify, and empower you. Allow his love to fill your life with hope and purpose. And remember, the light of God not only transforms us, it draws us closer to him, the ultimate source of life and joy. Thank you for joining me on this journey. May God's light shine brightly in your life, guiding you every step of the way. Until next time, stay blessed and walk in his light.